Today is going to be a nice, fun, energizing flow to keep everyone moving during these times of quarantine. If you'd like, if you have blocks, you can just keep them handy by your side. If not, some books will do, or just anything, a pillow even for some support if you need. And we'll start. So let's start by sitting in a comfortable seated position. You can always bring your sit bones up onto a block. Otherwise, just sitting totally fine. We'll just start by resting our palms on our knees and closing the eyes. Start by taking a nice full breath in, bringing the shoulders up towards the ears. And as we exhale, looping them down the back, feeling that nice openness of the chest. Collarbones grow nice and wide. And from here, we'll take a full breath in through the nose. The full exhale out through the mouth. Inhaling again through the nose, fill the belly with air. And exhale, hollowing out the belly, letting it all go. And coming to find that nice natural flow of breath. Allowing yourself to arrive into whatever space you're in right now. And bringing your attention solely to your breath. Relaxing the skin on your face. Maybe paying attention to the sounds of your inhales and exhales. Next inhale, you can feel your sit bones rooting down in towards the mat. And with every exhale, picture your spine growing longer and elongating up through the crown of your head. Starting to notice any tensions you might be feeling throughout the body. And inhaling to notice, and exhaling, allowing them to pass and release. In your next few breaths, let's bring our attention towards our thoughts. A lot of us may be experiencing this uncertainty of the unknown given our current situation here. But for this moment, let's bring ourselves to the here and to the now. And inhaling to notice where our mind is going. And exhale, just allowing it to pass. Next inhale, let's fill the belly with air, feeling the breath move up the ribs and into the chest. And as we exhale, feeling the flow of air move out of the chest, ribs, and belly. And keeping with these breaths, with each cycle, let's try and elongate our each inhale and exhale each time. So sitting here for a few more breaths, quieting the mind. All together, we'll take one more full breath in, full exhale out through the mouth. Keeping our eyes closed, start to bring our chin in towards our chest. We'll just rock our left ear towards our left shoulder, moving nice and slowly here. Just bringing some movement into our neck and our spine. And rocking over to the other side. Bring our head back to center, can open up the eyes. Let's bring our palms and rest them on our shoulders. Working into that joint now, we'll start by inhaling, bringing those elbows together to touch as we reach them up on our inhale, and exhaling, looping them down and behind. We'll do a few circles one way. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. Beautiful. Let's switch directions now. Inhaling the elbows back and up. Exhaling them forward. Good. Inhaling them back and up. Exhale forward. Beautiful. Let's do 2 more times. And last one. Good. We can release those hands down. Let's just send our palms forward in front of us, working into the wrists here. We'll start by bringing our thumbs inward and then lowering each finger one at a time, starting with our index finger. Once we come to our fists, we'll start to rotate those wrists around one way. Awesome. And then we'll rotate them around the other. Good. We'll come back to that fist. This time we'll start by lifting our pinkies up first, nice and slowly, and working towards lifting our ring finger, our middle finger, and our index, and then thumb, rotating the wrists around. Good, and switching directions. Great. We can bring our hands down. And let's just make our way into a tabletop position. So, making sure here that our wrists are underneath our shoulders and our knees are directly underneath our hips. So pressing into the palms, we want to loop those shoulders down the back here, keeping the belly nice and strong. We'll just take a few breaths. Good. Feeling that energy move up the forearm. Awesome. From here, we'll move into our cat-cows. So keeping those shoulders looped down, we'll start to inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart forward. Big inhale. And exhale, hollowing out that belly, rounding the spine, bringing the chin in towards your chest. Good. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, round the spine. Good. Let's do a few more here. Big inhale. And exhale, round. All together, we'll do one last one. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Coming back to our tabletop. We'll come into our spinal twist here. So planting that left palm down into the mat, we'll take our full breath in, fill the belly with air. And as we exhale, we'll inhale, reach the fingertips up, take a breath in. And as we exhale, hollowing out the belly, let's sweep that arm through, bringing our shoulder and ear to the mat. We'll inhale, exhale, press into that left palm, reach the arm up. Good. Exhale, we twist. Good. Inhale, reach up, nice and tall. Exhale, twist. Good. One more inhale, reach up. And exhale, we'll feed that arm through, this time holding for a moment. Bringing your right shoulder and ear to the mat. And maybe, if it feels comfortable, extending the left arm forward. Taking some full breaths here, finding a nice stretch throughout the shoulders. On your next inhale, let's slide that palm back towards the shoulder. On your exhale, we'll press into the palm, come back into our tabletop. Good. From here, moving to the other side, let's plant the right palm down. Take an inhale, lift the left fingertips up. Exhale, send that arm through left shoulder and ear to the mat. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, feed it through. Good. 2 more times. Big inhale, big reach. And exhale. Awesome. Last one. And exhale. We're just going to hold here for a moment. So bringing the left shoulder and ear down to the mat. And if it feels comfortable, maybe extending that right arm forward. Taking a few breaths here. Let's start to slide the palm back towards our shoulder. On your exhale, we'll press up into that palm, come back into our tabletop. And from here, let's tuck the back toes. We're going to come into our first downward facing dog. So I find the best way is to tuck our toes. We're going to drop the belly, press into all 10 fingers, almost like you're clawing into the mat. We're going to loop those shoulders away from the spine. We'll take a breath in here. On our exhale, let's start to press into the palms and send our sit bones all the way back and up into space. Keeping the knees bent here so we can maintain a nice straight spine. From here, gradually we'll start to straighten out those legs. To start, we'll just pedal out the feet. Find a nice stretch into the calves. Take some full breaths. Maybe dip those hips side to side. Find some nice fun fluid movements. Beautiful. From here, we'll inhale, look towards the palms. And exhale, let's walk the feet forward, nice and slow, meeting in a forward fold. Taking a few breaths here, just releasing the head, neck, and shoulders. Good. Taking a full breath in, and exhale. Finding a nice slight bend in the knees. Let's inhale, reach the arms up, palms will touch. And exhale, bring our palms towards heart center. Close the eyes, take a few breaths. And coming back to that feeling of, with each inhale, rooting down through the feet into the mat. And exhale, feeling this nice long lift up through the crown of the head. Here on our inhale, let's reach the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, palms come through center, forward fold. Good. Inhale, let's step the right foot back into our lunge. So we'll to start, drop that back knee down. We'll loop the shoulders back, inhale, lift the chest. And as we exhale, let's start to walk the fingertips back, straightening out that front leg, flexing the front foot. Take a breath in, and exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll start to walk the palms forward. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. We're going to plant our right palm down onto the mat. Start by taking a full breath in, and exhale, we'll lift those left fingertips up. Find a nice gentle twist here. Good. Inhale, we'll float our fingertips back down. Plant the palms, step the left foot back to plank. Other option here is to come into our half plank so knees can come down onto the mat. From here, we'll take a breath in. And exhale, now we'll all drop our knees down to the mat together. And again, setting those shoulders down the back, elbows staying close to the body. We're going to start to lower down. First to our chin, roll through to our chest, and coming up into our baby cobra. Nice full breath in. And exhale, lower. We'll take a breath in here. And exhale, press into the palms, come back up into your plank. Good. From here, we'll take an inhale. And exhale, send those sit bones back and up to our downward facing dog. Inhale, send the right leg back and up. And exhale, hollowing out that belly, step the foot forward. You can drop that back knee down towards the mat. Looping the shoulders back, we'll inhale, reach the arms up, find a nice gentle back bend here. And exhale, coming back, planting the palms down onto the mat. From here, we'll lift that back knee up. Just start to find some momentum here, rocking back and forth. On our exhale, we'll step our left foot up to meet our right and come into our forward fold. Good. Inhale, arms reach up, palms touch. And exhale, palms to heart center. Moving to the other side, maybe a little bit quicker. We'll inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms come through center, forward fold. Inhale, we'll step the left foot back, find our lunge. Option to keep that knee lifted, or we can bring it back down onto the mat. We'll take a breath in. And exhale, start to walk the fingertips back and straighten out that front leg. We can flex that front foot. Find a nice long spine here on your inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, walk the fingertips back to the top of the mat. We'll tuck the back toes, lift that back knee. Planting the left palm down, inhale. And exhale, lifting your right fingertips up, coming into our twist. Inhale, float the fingertips back down to our lunge. Let's plant the palms, step the right foot back to plank. We'll take a breath in here. And exhale, bring the knees down to the mat. Make sure those shoulders are nice and looped down the back. Elbows are close into the body. Let's lower down to our chin, roll through to our chest, and into our cobra. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. And exhale, press back up into plank. And exhale, sending those sit bones back and up to our downward facing dog. Think about spiraling those shoulders away from the spine, pressing in equally into all 10 fingers and toes. Good, let's inhale the left leg back and up. And exhale, hollowing out that belly to help step it forward. Good, looping the shoulders back, we'll inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, reaching those arms up, find a gentle back bend. Good. Inhale, reach those arms back and around, planting the palms in front of us. We'll tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, and start to rock back and forth, finding our momentum here as we step up. Right foot meets the left into our forward fold. Good. Inhale, arms reach up, palms touch. And exhale, palms to heart center. Let's take a few breaths here. Noticing where our breath is going, where our mind is going. On our next inhale, let's reach the arms up, palms touch, and exhale, palms come through center, forward fold. Good. Inhale, come up halfway, loop the shoulders back, lift the chest. We can slide our palms up towards our thighs. Find that long spine here. Good, and exhale, fold. Inhale, step both legs back to plank or half plank. Good. Inhale, let's shift forward. And exhale, keeping those elbows in, let's lower down. Chaturanga. Inhale up to your cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, look towards the palms. And exhale, walk the feet forward. Inhale up halfway, sliding those palms up towards our thighs. Loop the shoulders back, find that long spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up, palms touch. And exhale, palms to heart center. Doing that 2 more times. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, palms through center, forward fold. Inhale brings you up halfway, long spine, and exhale, fold. Good, let's inhale, plant the palms, step both feet back to plank. Keeping those shoulders nice and looped down the back, we'll inhale, shift forward, and exhale, lower down. Inhale up to cobra or up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, look towards the palms, and exhale, walk the feet forward. Inhale up halfway, and exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up, palms touch, and exhale, palms to heart center. We'll do that one more time. Big inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale up halfway, and exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the palms, step the feet back to plank. We'll inhale, shift forward, and exhale, lower down. Inhale up to cobra or up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look towards the palms, and exhale, walk the feet forward. Inhale up halfway, loop those shoulders back, find that long spine, and exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up, palms touch, and exhale, palms to heart center. Find your breath here. On your next inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Exhale, palms come through center, forward fold. Inhale, slide those palms up towards the thighs, loop the shoulders back, lift the chest. And exhale, planting the palms, we'll step the feet back to plank. Inhale to shift forward, and exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale up to your cobra or up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we'll inhale the right leg back and up. Exhale, step it forward. It's prepping to come up into our high lunge. We'll loop those shoulders back. Start to drive into that front heel as we inhale, and exhale, lifting up to our high lunge. Keeping those shoulders looped down the back. We'll take a breath in, reach the arms up. And exhale, bending the elbows, come into our cactus, feel the chest lift up towards the ceiling. Good, inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, plant the palms, step the foot back to plank. Good, inhale, shift forward, exhale, lower down. Inhale up to cobra or up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. From here, let's inhale the left leg back and up. Exhale, hollowing out that belly to help step the foot forward. And prepping to come up into our lunge, let's start with our inhale. Exhale, pulling that belly and driving into the front heel. We reach the arms up. Good. Inhale, let's reach to the sky. And exhale, bend the elbows, come into our cactus, lift the chest. Almost picturing a string attached to the ceiling, lifting you from the chest. Take 3 full breaths. And one last inhale. And exhale, come back up, reach the arms up. And exhale, float the palms down, step the left foot back to plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up to cobra or up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. So inhale, look towards the palms. Exhale, walk the feet forward. Inhale up halfway, heart reaches forward, and exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up, palms touch. Exhale, palms to heart center. From From here, we'll inhale again, arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. And exhale, plant the palms, step the feet back to plank. Awesome. From here, we'll take our breath in. Exhale, pulling that belly in to help lift the sit bones back and up to our downward facing dog. We'll inhale the right leg back and up. And exhale, step it forward into our lunge. Awesome. From here, we'll inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to take that back heel and rotate onto the inner edge of our foot. So dropping that heel onto the mat, prepping to come up into our warrior two. So we'll start by taking our inhale, and exhale, we're going to windmill those arms up, coming into our warrior two. So our checkpoints here, we're making sure we're driving into that back edge of the back foot. Our front knee is stacked over our front ankle. If you want to just take a little check down, you want to make sure you can see the inner arch of your front foot. Let's make sure our hips, ribs, and chest are stacked. Tendency is to shift forward. We want to pull it back. Another checkpoint here is to make sure our ribs are pulling inward, shoulders are looped down the back. And if it feels comfortable, we can gaze over our front fingertips. And as always, if it's feeling a little too much on your shoulders, we can bring those arms into cactus or just on your hips. Taking a few breaths here. Good. From here, we'll send those fingertips all the way forward, up and back, coming into our exalted warrior. Inhale. And exhale forward. Good. Inhale back. Making sure that front knee's still bent. Exhale forward. Good. Inhale one last time. Good. And exhale. This time we'll bring our front forearm, place it onto our front thigh. Side angle pose. Same legs here. We're still driving into that back foot. Front knee is still stacked over our front ankle. We're going to lift the left fingertips up. So checking in with this arm, making sure it's not swinging back. We want to make sure it's nice and stacked right on top of our shoulders. Good. For our stabilizing shoulder here, let's make sure it's nice and looped down. We want to avoid sinking into the shoulder. We want to maintain that nice lift here. Ribs are still pulling in, and we'll take some big breaths. If you'd like to take this a step further, you can always start to send those fingertips down towards the mat or onto a block. Good. Gazing up at your front fingertips. Let's find our breath here. Good. If your fingertips are on the mat, let's bring the forearm back up onto our front thigh. Take an inhale, reach those left fingertips up. And as we exhale, pulling that belly in, we're just going to twist forward on our exhale. Good. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, twist forward. Good. Inhale, last one. And exhale forward. Good. We'll come back up into that side angle. Take an inhale. And as we exhale, pulling that belly in, we're going to start to straighten that front leg. Reach the right arm up and over, coming into our little exalt here. Awesome. Let's bring the arms out into a T. So prepping for our Trikonasana, we'll start by sending our fingertips forward as we can, and sending that top hip to the back as far as we can, almost as if we're ripping ourselves into two here. And starting to lower, eventually lowering those fingertips either to a block or just resting on your shin or your ankle. And again, think about that shoulder, your top shoulder, making sure it's stacked and that hand's not going back behind you, but just right up above you. Taking some breaths here, finding that nice stretch in the hamstrings. Hand can always come onto the hip. We're here for 2 more breaths. Awesome. On our next inhale, let's start to bend through that front leg, the front knee. We'll inhale here and exhale, come back into our warrior two. Keeping those shoulders looped down the back. Let's inhale. And exhale, windmill the arms forward, pivot on that back foot, find our runner's lunge. Good. From here, we'll plant the palms, step the right foot back to plank. Coming into your version, we'll inhale, shift forward, exhale, bend the elbows, lower down. Inhale up to cobra or up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet here. Good, let's inhale, look towards our palms. Exhale, walk the feet forward. Good. Inhale up halfway, shoulders loop back, lift the chest. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up, palms touch. Oops. And exhale, palms to heart center. So before we move to the other side, we're going to come into a little tree pose here. So finding your block or book if you need it. We'll start by bringing our awareness into our left foot. So really rooting down into that big toe, little toe, and heel mound. And we'll start by taking our breath in and start by bending the right knee. So just noticing, feeling that out, feeling where your balance is today. Eventually, we'll start by pulling up through our left kneecap. So really engaging those quads. We'll lift that right knee up. Good. We'll place that block on the inner edge of your standing leg. So from here, if you're using the block, you can just start to open up that knee out to the right. Maybe rest the sole of your foot onto your inner shin or your inner calf. And if we're going full pose, we're going to bring our sole of the foot just up to rest on our inner thigh. Making sure here we're not going over the knee, because the knee does not like that. And when you're ready, hands can be on our hips. Or if you want a little added challenge, we can reach our hands up over our head. Finding your breath here. And again, thinking about rooting down through that standing leg. And each time we exhale, growing a little bit taller. Growing lots of leaves on our tree. Good. From here, let's start to bring that knee forward. And eventually lowering it down back onto the mat. You can shake out the legs. Good. We'll step to the front of our mat. And move to the other side. So inhaling, reaching the arms up. Big inhale. And exhale, palms come through center, forward fold. Inhale up halfway, shoulders loop back, lift the chest. And exhale, plant the palms, step the feet back to plank. Good. From here, we'll inhale. And exhale, sit bones come back and up to our downward facing dog. Awesome. From here, we'll inhale the left leg back and up. Exhale, hollowing out that belly, step the left foot forward. Runner's lunge. So from here, we're going to spiral onto the inner edge of our back foot. So placing that foot just so they're facing the edge of your mat. We'll start by taking an inhale and exhale, windmilling the arms up, coming into warrior two on our other side. Just moving through our checkpoints here. So we're driving into the back edge of the back foot, front knee over front ankle. Our torso stacked, hips, ribs and chest. Arms are out nice and wide. Shoulders are nice and looped down the back. Find your breath here. And if we find we're splaying forward, we're going to try and pull the ribs in. Think about pulling them in towards the spine. Our glutes should be engaged here, so we're feeling this external rotation of the thighs, so full body here. Taking a few cleansing breaths. Beautiful. From here, we'll start to send those fingertips all the way forward and back. Exalted warrior. Good. Inhale, we'll bring it forward. Good. Exhale, let's reach it back. Good. And forward. Good, let's do 2 more here, finding that nice stretch in the side body. Good, and last one, we'll reach back. Good, and as we exhale this time, we're gonna bring that front forearm rested on the front thigh. Start by looping those shoulders back, still driving into that back foot. Let's reach our right fingertips up. And again, in this pose, if you'd like, you can always rest your fingers on a block or onto the mat, whichever your version is today. And find our breath here. Making sure that hand's not splaying back behind you, but just stacked right above the shoulder. Good. If your fingers are on the mat, let's start to make our way back onto our forearm. Looping that left shoulder down. And we'll come into our twist. So starting with an inhale, reaching the fingertips up. We'll inhale. Exhale, hollowing out that belly. We're going to twist forward for 1. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist 2. Good. Inhale, reach up. Good. Exhale, 3. Good. Last one, we'll reach the arms up, take an inhale. Good, and exhale, pulling that belly in to help lift you back up. We're gonna start to straighten out that front leg. Now let's take a little exalt here, reaching that front arm back. Good, and as we exhale, moving into our triangle pose, we'll bring our arms back into a T. Start to send the fingertips forward and your back hip all the way back. Reaching, 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 and eventually lowering those fingertips either to a block or to the mat or just resting on your ankle. We'll reach the right fingertips up. And find your breath here. Think about this long line of energy shooting out through your back hip and out through the crown of your head. So making that side body nice and long. We're here for 2 more breaths. Beautiful. On our next exhale, let's start to bend through that front knee. Come back into our warrior 2. Take an inhale. And exhale, windmill the arms forward into our runner's lunge. Good. Let's plant the palms, step the foot back to plank. Good. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up to cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We'll inhale, look towards the palms. Exhale, walk the feet forward. Inhale up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up, palms touch. Exhale, palms to heart center. Good. Let's move into our tree on the other side. So this time, bringing our awareness into our standing leg, so our right foot, so really rooting down into that big toe, little toe heel. And think about pulling up through the kneecap so we're engaging that front quad. You can start by bending the left knee here. And if you are using a block, you can just place it just on the inner edge of your right foot. So finding our balance here. And eventually on your exhale, you can start to slide our sole of the foot up, either resting on our inner calf or bringing it up just over the knee, resting on our inner thigh. And again, making sure we're not over the knee. Hands can be on our hips, hands can be in prayer, or we can bring them up, finding a mudra here. And finding your breath. Maybe finding a spot just a few feet ahead of you, your drishti point, to help with your focus and your balance. We'll take a few breaths here. Good. On your next exhale, we'll start to bring that knee forward and down. Just floating the fingertips down beside you, we'll shake out the legs. Let's do one more flow into our child's pose. Stepping to the front of your mat, taking a big inhale, the biggest one you've taken all day. Inhale, and exhale, fold. Inhale up halfway, shoulders loop back, half lift. And exhale, plant the palms, step the feet back to plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up to cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. On our next inhale, let's drop the knees down towards the mat. We can bring our toes together to touch. Bring the knees out nice and wide. And eventually we'll just start to send our sit bones back towards our heels, reaching the palms forward. Take a big breath in. And exhale, release down. Take a few breaths here. Inhaling as you fill that back body with air. As you exhale, maybe sending those sit bones down toward the heels a little bit more. Relaxing the hips. We'll take 2 more full breaths here. And on your next exhale, let's start to walk the palms back towards our body. And we'll swing our feet around. And if you do have a book or block handy, we can grab it at this time. We're going to come into our Navasana, our boat pose. So let's think about rolling up onto our sit bones. A few options here. We can keep the toes down if we like with our arms extended, or we can bring our legs up, just bent at a 90 degree with our arms extended forward. So we want to maintain this lift in the chest, belly's pulled in. We can grab our block and just hold it. Take a few breaths. Maybe here, we'll start by extending the right leg out, taking a breath in, full breath out. Good, bending that leg, we'll inhale. Exhale, extend the left leg out. Take a full cycle of breath here. Inhale and exhale. Good, we'll bring that leg back in. Let's make sure we're resetting those shoulders here. Belly's pulled in. Smile. Good, as we exhale, now we're going to take our block or our book, or if it's just our hands, totally fine. We'll exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale back to center, exhale other side. So we're twisting from the ribs on the exhale. Let's take a few more here. Good, we'll come back to center, inhale. Exhale, maybe we extend the legs out long. And let's release, we can release that block down. Let's bring the legs in, give yourself a hug. Take a full inhale and exhale. And we'll extend the legs out long. Let's just plant our palms back behind us. So whichever feels most comfortable for you, for your fingers, they can be out to the side, they can be pointing back or forward and towards your body. I like to point mine outwards. We're going to bring the soles of the feet onto the mat, just a nice little counter pose to our boat. We'll loop the shoulders back, take our inhale, and as we exhale, press into those heels. We're going to send the sit bones up to our reverse table. Take 2 full breaths here. Good, 1 more inhale, and exhale. Good, on our next inhale, let's start to lower it back down. Awesome. Let's bring our soles of the feet just out in front of us. So soles of the feet up to touch. We can start to, if it feels comfortable just with your feet out in front of you, you can stay there. Otherwise, we'll bring them just really as close to the body as feels comfortable for you. And if it's feeling a little bit rough, or if you feel like you're hunching over too much, just grab a block. You can sit on top of it to help just elevate the spine. from here, we'll take our fingers, just wrap them around our toes. Let's loop the shoulders back here, lift the chest. And as we exhale, maintaining that straight spine, keeping the elbows out nice and wide, let's start to fold forward at the hips. So just arriving to that point where the spine is still nice and long. We'll take a breath in here. And exhale, start to round the spine. Using each exhale to release those hips a little bit more. Finding that balance of ease and effort. Beautiful. We'll take a few more breaths here. And taking one full breath in. And exhale, rolling up nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Find that long spine, loop the shoulders back. Let's extend the legs out nice and long. We can just shake out the legs. Awesome. From here, let's keeping those legs extended out long. We'll reach the arms out in front of us, take a big breath in. And as we exhale, pulling that belly in, we're going to start to roll it down one vertebrae at a time, all the way down to our backs. Good. Let's bend the knees here, bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. Palms can come down by our side. Coming into our bridge pose. We'll start by inhaling full belly. And as we exhale, pull that belly in towards the spine, drive into your heels, send the sit bones up, peeling off from the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Once we're here, you can think about tucking those shoulders just beneath us, and if it feels comfortable, interlacing our fingers back behind us. Good. So checking in with the knees, making sure they're not splaying inward. We want to be in line with the toes. Let's take a few breaths here. Really driving into those forearms into the mat. Coming back to those belly breaths. We'll take one more inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, we'll start to release the fingertips, untuck the shoulders, and roll down nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Awesome. Let's bring our arms out into a T, so just in line with the shoulders. We'll bring our knees in towards our chest. Coming into our supine twist here, we'll start with an inhale. And exhale, hollowing out that belly. Let's dip our knees over to the right. So working towards keeping our shoulders nice and flush to the mat. Start by, in our twists, we want to think about with each inhale, elongating the spine. And with each exhale, hollowing out that belly as we twist a little bit more. Maybe gazing over your left shoulder, if that feels comfortable. And just maybe noticing where your mind may start to wander. Bringing it back to the focus of your inhales and exhales. We'll take an inhale and exhale, hollowing out that belly. Let's bring the knees back to center. Once we arrive here, we'll take our full breath in and exhale, hollow out the belly. Let's twist the knees over to the left. And again, think about as you with each inhale, finding that long spine. And with each exhale, twisting a little bit more. Allowing yourself to completely release into the twist. Maybe gazing over your right shoulder if that feels comfortable. On your next exhale, let's bring the knees back to center. And while we're here, you can take a little freestyle moment, maybe bring in a little movement that you feel you might need in the body, maybe a happy baby, maybe a rock from side to side. Take some breaths here. Notice how you're feeling. Good. From here, we'll release or just come out of any pose you're in, and let's extend the legs out nice and long. Get nice and cozy, maybe put on a sweater or your socks. We'll just let those arms splay out beside us, palms facing up. Snuggle the shoulders down. And we'll close the eyes. Start by taking a nice full breath in through the nose. Big sigh out through the mouth. Take another full breath in through the nose. A big sigh out through the mouth. Starting to allow your body to completely relax and release. And coming back to that natural flow of breath without trying to change it. I will guide you through your Shavasana with my favorite verse, and if you've come to my classes, you've heard it many times. It's a verse from Thich Nhat Hanh, and from this book, which is called Peace in Every Breath. Breathing in, I feel my breath coming into my belly and chest. Breathing out, I feel my breath flowing out of my belly and chest. Breathing in, I am aware of my entire body. Breathing out, I smile to my entire body. Breathing in, I am aware of some pains or tensions in my body. Breathing out, I release all the pains and tensions in my body. Breathing in, I feel well. Breathing out, I feel at ease. Your body is now completely relaxed. Enjoy these next few moments of being completely relaxed. Thank you for sharing your time with me today. I hope to see you soon in virtual land. Have an amazing day. Namaste.